Welcome to the Sage Thought Leadership Podcast, building experiences that connect, remove friction, and deliver insights. Well, hi everyone, and welcome to our podcast. I'm Ed Kless, and with me today is Dylan Hume. Dylan is a dynamic professional who possesses a diverse array of experience in accounting, auditing, and tech sales. Having spent a decade in auditing with top firms such as KPMG Vancouver and PwC Cayman Islands, he gained a wealth of experience and has earned his CPA designation. Dylan eventually realized that his skills and passion were better suited for revenue-driving roles, leading him to shift gears to the exciting world of tech sales, specifically with FinTech companies. As Quadient AP by Beanworks Channel Development Manager, Dylan is able to leverage his considerable knowledge to support businesses by developing his robust relationships and delivering value-driven solutions to accounting professionals across North America. Welcome to the Sage Thought Leadership Podcast, Dylan Hume.
Hey, thanks, Ed. Nice to be here.
So first off, Dylan, why do you do what you do?
Why do I do what I do? Specifically in my role today with the channel, I just really enjoy working with people and specifically building relationships with those people. So being able to be in a place where I really need to continue to nurture the relationships we have here at Quadient and find ways of supporting those people, those partners, in doing what they do better and supporting their clients in the ways that we can help them with, really drives me to do what I do today.
So talk to me a little bit more about your work with the Sage Partner Channel within the ecosystem.
Sure. Yeah. So I work with Sage partners across North America, and I've been doing it for about 3 years now. So with regards to my role, it's anywhere from running campaigns with their customers, webinars. Sometimes I'm the one running that webinar. Other times it's my team, so the account executives within Beanworks. So that's one piece. And the other piece is just constantly supporting those customers that end up coming in for the webinars through the sales cycle. And then once they've decided to implement with Sage AP automation, making sure that they're happy and they're getting the support they need throughout their life cycle. So that's the one piece with regards to webinar campaigns. But a lot of what partners and I work on is referrals. So this is where the partners are building those relationships. They're having their regular conversations with customers and uncovering various needs those customers have, from AP to AR to HR programs, whatever it might be, to bolt on to Sage 300, Sage 100. They're coming up with these requirements and they come to me with a referral. So they'll often ask me questions like, hey, this customer wants X, Y, and Z. They want purchase orders. Does it integrate with Sage? And I have to train them and make sure that they're aware of the functionality of our solution and how it can support them before they refer it in. And as they get stronger with our technology, they begin to understand this natively and not need to come to me as regularly for that type of information, and just refer them on through without much conversation. But that's kind of the gist of what I'm doing here. So are you working primarily more with the partner organizations or the customer organizations, or is it a combination of both? Yeah, so it starts with the partner for the most part, and my account executives on the Sage APA side and Beanworks side, they are the ones that work with the customers throughout the sales cycle. Often I'm involved at the beginning when the initial email comes through, but my relationships often lies with the partner in the early stages. But more recently, and especially in the last year or so, I've been doing a lot of case studies with customers that have on board with the Sage AP automation solution and our Quadient AP solution for Sage Intacct. And what I do with those customers is I sit down and interview them on how things are going, first of all. And then if they have a good case and are interested in working with us, we start to do things like webinars and write up case studies for those customers. And we then broadcast that to either the partners base or the broader Sage community.
Why don't you tell me about one of those case studies, one that particularly strikes you?
Yeah, actually, we did a webinar today with the Boys and Girls Club of the Okanagan. And it was with BAS Business Solutions specifically. And she sat in the webinar today and was interviewed by one of BAS's account managers at the segment of the case study portion. And Jeff Campbell interviewed her, and I just really loved hearing her speak about the solution, because she had such passion for what kind of benefits they were receiving. They have over 400 employees for the Boys and Girls Club of the Okanagan, and the approval process and the process that involved the broader employee base into the solution was one of their biggest struggles. So having an automated platform that helped facilitate the approval process and expand the use of the tool to so many people, over 100 were using it now. You could see it on her face that the love she had for the tool, and she told so many stories about how much value the company was receiving from Sage AP automation.
And Dylan, we have an exit question that we ask all of our guests, and that is, who is a hero of yours, and why are they a hero?
This is going to sound a little bit cheesy, but it's actually my mom that's my hero. It's actually all mothers, to be honest, because after being a parent myself now and starting that process, it's crazy to think about how she was able to hold everything together while running our family business at the time. I have 3 other siblings as well. So just planning all of our activities and writing everything in her daily calendar. So, those big paper-based ones that we all used to have. And all of the other things that moms do to hold the family together. I think it's just inspiring. And it's just something that I always hold dear to me. The mother role in the kid's life is really important.
And lastly, Dylan, how can somebody contact you?
My email is d.hume@quadient.com. And they can contact me through all of our typical sales emails as well, if you can't document that. But I'm always available and ready to have conversations. So please do reach out. Dylan Hume again, and I'm one of our senior channel development managers here at Quadient.
All right. Dylan Hume, thanks so much for being a guest on the Sage Thought Leadership Podcast.
Thanks for having me, Ed.
Review and subscribe by searching your podcast player of choice for Sage Thought Leadership Podcast.